autopsy reports for the 4 friends released on Thursday, the county coroner indicating the time of death was sometime after 2 a.m.
It's pretty traumatic when there's 4 dead college students who have been stabbed to death in one location.
The autopsies also showing all 4 victims were killed by what was described as a bigger knife. They had extensive injuries from multiple stab wounds, and that the wounds varied, including different places people were stabbed and the amount of times. The coroner did not say where in the home the victims were found or whether they had defensive wounds, showing they attempted to fight back.
Why not?
Investigators are now working to determine whether the suspect's DNA might have been left at the scene.
Well, looking to see if there are some clues that are on them. Some of the suspects' blood, perhaps, or
well, yeah. What'd you do with it? There was.
2 other female roommates who were not being named at this
But
time.
what did the FBI and MPD do with it? Nothing.
While investigators haven't ruled out anyone, the county district attorney telling
Oh my God!
Thursday, those roommates are not.
Look at this guy. Look at Santa.
Anybody who might have knowledge is considered persons.
Fucking Santa. Fuck you, Santa.
As far as suspects, I don't believe so.
Authorities insist this
Fuck
attack
you,
was
Santa.
targeted and isolated, but have given no hints on motive and warned that a killer is still at large, telling a frightened community to remain vigilant.
And overnight, one of the fathers of the victims, Xana Kernodle, told KTVK in Arizona that he thinks that the autopsy shows that his daughter fought back. He called her a tough kid. Now, we talked to the coroner yesterday about bruises that were found on some of the victims, but they said at this point it is still too soon to tell whether those were defensive wounds or not. Back to you guys.
All right, Gotti Schwartz first there. Gotti, thank you.
What that's like.
The boogeyman doesn't,
The boogeyman.
meet you at McDonald's. I mean, the boogeyman comes.
Oh, there's the mutt. Hey, there's the mutt. Steve the mutt.
We've been talking.
How much money you gonna make off of your dead daughter, Steve the mutt? You fucking mutt.
You said, until this person is caught, you can't sleep in your bed.
No. I can't just lay in my bed and do nothing.
Really?
That's not the way I raised my family. That's not the way I raised my girls and my son. You don't be a victim. You stand up for yourself and you do everything in your power to make sure people hear you. And they're gonna hear Kaylee. They're gonna hear Maddie. They're gonna hear these.
The other 2 as well.
Yes. I'm careful.
Yeah, and the other 2, idiot.
Because I need to be careful because I can't speak on somebody else's child. But these 2 girls, I'm not trying to be a glory hound. But
yeah, you are.
Girls, I'm gonna do what I can do, and we're not being victims. We're gonna fight.
How many interviews did you do?
Make sure
fucker.
that we hold everybody.
Steve G. the Mutt. Oh, Master Nature. Why you watch? Why do you put yourself through this torture? Why? I don't get it. Master Nature.
You support the
Tyrone.
investigation.
Shh.
But recently, I've been watching and talking with you, and you're getting frustrated. Where does that frustration come from, sir?
They put certain people between you and the officers that are making things happen, and those people are like lawyers, and they don't want to say anything, and they don't have the guts to come up and be alpha and be like leaders and say, hey, we might say something that's wrong. We're going to take that hit. So the officers, they look me straight in their eyes. The lead detective looked me in his eyes. I have no doubt he's working as hard as he can, but somebody isn't communicating. There's nothing being released. It seems like they're trying to suppress the story. We want to put rewards out. They're like, don't do that. Yeah, I get it. Your town doesn't want to have reward posters posted all over when you come and you do your rush. You're not going to get a lot of students if they see those things. But this community is not going to heal. We want to be accurate. We don't want to sell anyone out.
About 3 o'clock on Thursday.
And did y'all get an update from the police about the investigation?
There was nothing. We have no updates for you.
There was no update. They needed me to sign a waiver form so that they could investigate something.
Some mail.
That was mail related. So we're working with them. We're not selling them out. We love our laws.
That was mail related. Interesting.
FBI, everybody that's here. We just have no information as family, and it's tough day after day after day.
This is serious. These are people's lives, and this is the future of this community. There's going to be 10,000, 15,000 kids that come into this community next year, or they don't. So, I'm serious.
I had the opportunity to speak to some of my sources. I've been told that there were differences in the way that the victims were killed. Some were more severe than the other. And this week we heard the target attack, walk back, and then reverse it back to it being a targeted attack. What can you tell us about the targeted attack?
They have told us that it was targeted, but they told us they can't tell who. We asked specifically, and they said, we'll try to get that information to you. And they got back to us a day or so later, and they said, we're sorry, we can't give you that information. But then a day later, we saw in the news that it was not targeted, or they think the whole house was targeted. But
I'll cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Cut to the chase, Mutt.
Don't match.
Maddie's
They don't.
and Kaylee's cause of death, it does not match based on the autopsy report.
They don't match.
Would indicate that one of them.
He doesn't have to
may
go
have
up the
been targeted.
steps. Let's stop playing games, guys. I need somebody to step up and be an alpha. Be somebody to be a leader. Don't make me do it. I don't want to do it.
You're
He
a
doesn't have to
mutt.
go up the steps.
You ain't no alpha. You're a mutt.
Their points of damage don't match. I'm just going to say it. It wasn't leaked to me at that funeral. I paid for that. It's my right. You ain't taking that from me.
calm down.
If you don't want to say nothing, that's your bet. But don't say I'm leaking anything. I paid that bill.
Oh, you leaked
Sent
it,
my daughter
baby.
to college to get an education. She came back in the box, and I can speak on that.
I was also told from sources.
All right, that's enough of the mutt, Master Nature. I think that's enough of the mutt. Okay, bye-bye. Well, hello, my babies, my lovelies, my lilies, my lads, my lords, my dudes, my sugar plum fairies, my moon lilies, sugar lilies, snap pea lilies, dragon snap pea lilies. Oh my God, Macintosh lilies, Fiji lilies. Oh my God, so many lilies around. And dudes. Hey, well, you just heard from the mutt. What do you think? That's an old one. That's the very first one from the mutt you just heard. Being an alpha. Oh yeah, that's an oldie. That's what we call an oldie, but a goodie. All right. That's right. Tyrone knows what an oldie but a goodie is. All right, baby. All right. Hey, baby. Listen, lovelies. In my garden, we at 471, my babies. 471. We getting real close. We're getting real close to the milestone here. We're crawling. We're crawling to the milestone, but we're getting there. We're getting there. But remember, when we get to the big 500, guess what happens? Tyrone made a deal with a spirit business partner up here in the realm, and he said, I can make $5. All right. I don't care. Tyrone don't even know what's going on anymore. He can't win anything. He goes to Bingo Tuesday, and the Smiley White God plays a trick on him where every single game, the same numbers are fucking called in the bingo game. Do you believe that? That's what the Smiley God does to Tyrone. He torments Tyrone up here. Oh my God, Lilies. You won't even believe it. What are we talking about today, Master Nature? Master Nature. All right. I'm going to write 2 words down for you. And I want you to tell me. We're going to start with 2 words, babies. 2 words, okay? 1, scared. That's the first word. And the second word is screwed. Scared and screwed. Now I know the easiest explanation is, well, it's just a typo. But I wanted to show you something. Because I don't know. I don't know if this is a typo anymore. I'm starting to think maybe it's not a typo. Maybe I'm in the mud too much. Guys, maybe I've been in the mud too much. I don't know. But let me show you something. Hang on. All right. Yeah. So, right. Come to my room. Down here, run. Run. Don't walk. Don't pass go or run. I don't know. Run for no reason. Down here, because remember, Dylan apparently doesn't know where the Hobbit lives. Now, what is that? Now, we kept hearing, oh, that's a typo. That's a typo. That's a typo. Okay? And the judge has even made up an excuse in his ruling about the I'm screwed though, okay, or I'm scared though. The judge even makes that determination that she's trying to say I'm scared. But I want to show you something, all right, guys? On the keyboard, all right? Now, if I'm trying to type out scared, right? I'm going to no, follow me here. We're pushing S C A, right? But we don't see that. We see S C R. Nowhere near the A, guys. The A and the R are nowhere close to each other. So it's deliberate. S, C. I go to A, and then R, and then ED, right? Right. In a normal, that's how we spell scared, right? But no. We don't see that here. We see Dylan, the prime, press S. C doesn't go near the A. Over here, way over here. No, her little finger goes up to the R. Capital R, right? Okay. All right. So we got S, C, nowhere near the A, guys. We go up to the R, capital R, W, D. We're not, see, the judge, if we're going to the A, right, we go SCA. We don't go SC up to the R. That's not a typo. That's not a typo, guys. If the letter was right next to, the letter that she was trying to find was right next to, let's say, the R, like a T or an E, okay, or an F, right? But they're not even close. The R and the A they're this far apart, guys. Look at that. So how can you tell me she inadvertently missed the A way over here but decided to go up here instead? Nowhere near the letter that we're supposed to be seeing, right? So I started looking at that. I'm like, what if she did mean screwed? And now I'm starting to think, because she hit the W and the D, she missed the E because, well, 20-year-olds and texting, you know what that shit is. They don't actually spell out the goddamn words, but whatever. Yeah. I'm starting to interpret that as she meant she is screwed. And you know what I think? Here's what I think. All right. You know what I think? See, Bethany doesn't understand the context, okay? The Bethany is in her hobbit hole. Bethany doesn't understand what Dylan is saying here. When Dylan says that she's screwed, I think she actually means it in a way for her. This is a selfish response. This is a selfish statement. Okay, it's selfish, but Bethany doesn't realize that because Bethany, the Hobbit, is in the hobbit hole, so she doesn't. Now I'm giving her a pass on this, guys, a little bit. All right. But I'm supposing the Hobbit doesn't know what's happening. She's been in her room, listening to whatever, doing whatever. Maybe she's listening to a podcast. Maybe she has earbuds in. I don't fucking know. But whatever. Okay. But when Dylan says that she's screwed, I think she means it in a way that she's the prime, remember? So she's really, this is part of almost, again, non-confession in a very strange way. She's saying she's screwed because she knows what she did. She knows what happened. She knows what she did. And she's saying, well, I'm screwed. I can't believe, that's almost like saying, I can't believe I did what I just fucking did. That's what I interpret that to mean. She's not screwed any other way, right? There's the lone wolf. Well, again, this is goofy. There is no lone wolf, first of all. But again, she's screwed because she participated. And maybe she's coming out of her psychotic little fucking fairy world. I don't know. Something makes her say, but I'm screwed, right? I don't see that as a typo anymore. I do not see that as a typo. Again, you're stretching in order to miss the A, you have to literally, purposely miss the A. Because, oh my God, because the R is way up here, guys. The R and the A are not next to each other. All right. We're going to keep going. That's just one part of... I just wanted to put that out there right now. All right. Love you all, my babies. We keep going. Okay. Tyrone, Massination, everybody love you. We keep going. Bye-bye, babies.
What can I do? We just live in a zoo. All I do is play. The space boundary.